everybody, welcome to the channel today. This is your Premier League predictions for week 11 of the Premier League. I'm sure there'll be chaos, and I'm sure there'll be another VAR decision to ruin Nottingham Forest this weekend. Anyway, let's get right into the predictions. Tottenham 2, Manchester United nil. Okay, hear me out. I'm sure Manchester United will be thinking, okay, we are now 4 games undefeated. Yes, one of those was a draw, however, it was a very controversial match in a way against Nottingham Forest. However, I believe that this unbeaten run will come to an end at the hand of Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They have lost the last 2 games in the league at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Obviously, they battered Copenhagen 4-0 on Tuesday night. However, I believe it will be Tottenham who come back to win at their home stadium, and Manchester United will have to regroup for after the international break. Everton 2, Fulham 1. Okay, hear me out. Everton have had a tough run of fixtures. They've just had to face Spurs at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, in which they finally suffered their first loss at that stadium, 3-0. 2 goals from Mickey van der Ven, and then I think it was a striker who I've forgotten the name of who got the third goal. Fulham, on the other hand, they've had a rocky start to the season, let's say it that way. Marco Silva is not under pressure, and I believe he won't be sacked. He might be dismissed or leave for another job in probably this January, like in the winter. That's a bold call, I know. But the predictions, on the other hand, I think that Everton will want to pick up steam after losing 3-0 at home to Spurs and then drawing 1-1 against Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. And I believe Fulham will be able to get 1-0 up away from home before Everton pulls 2 back from a Jack Grealish goal, and then Beto finally scores a goal instead of missing the sitters. West Ham 2, Burnley nil. Okay, West Ham have just impressively dismantled Newcastle 3-1 last weekend for week 10, and Burnley have they lost 2-0 to Arsenal last week. However, that's a given. Arsenal were always going to beat them. And it's a case of, okay, Nuno Espirito Santo seems like he finally got the players to click. So I believe they will be able to beat Burnley because they're a newly promoted team. Obviously, Burnley went on that mad run of games, winning, I think it was 2 in a row, maybe 3 in a row, before they had to welcome Arsenal to Turf Moor. But because this is away at home, away to West Ham for Burnley, I believe Scott Parkerside will not have the class to outdo Nuno's tactics, and West Ham will win 2-0 with another spectacular Paqueta goal. And it will be, let's go. Oh, let's go for a Paqueta brace. Let's go for it. PL, if you're thinking it's Paqueta, I'm praying for you. Sunderland 1, Arsenal 1. Okay, hear me out. This is not because I want Arsenal to drop points. This is not because I think Arsenal, I don't want them to win the league. This is purely because Arsenal have to visit the Stadium of Light. And I'm sure I will look like a complete squashy when I do my predictions video at the end of the weekend or on Monday or Tuesday whenever I film it. But I think Sunderland will have the class to score an early goal and beat Raya. Raya will be beaten for the first time since September with I think it was the Szoboszlai free kick. And Sunderland will go 1-0 up from a Xhaka goal. He's going to get another one. 2 goals in 2 matches. And then it will be Victor Gyökeres who makes it 1-1 with another awful, disgusting, not aesthetically pleasing goal. So it'll be Italy 1-1 at the Stadium of Light, and Stadium of Light will remain a fortress, and they will head into the international break with some confidence for after the international break, because after that there's no international break until March. Chelsea 3, Wolves 1. Okay, I know that Wolves have sacked Peter Pereira, and about 2 hours before I filmed this video, I got the notification from Sky Sports saying that Wolves are interested in signing the Middlesbrough manager. However, that is not confirmed at the time of recording this. This is just gone past 5 o'clock on Thursday night. So right now, Peter Pereira still does not have any person who has followed him up as manager. Enzo Maresca, I think he'll have the side. Cole Palmer is obviously going to be back in a couple of weeks. I believe Wolves will probably score 1 after Chelsea have already gone 2-0 up from a Garnacho and a João Pedro goal. And then towards the closing minutes of the match, it will be Estevao who makes it 3-1 after Jurgen Schindler Jorgensen Larson scores a penalty kick. And for my prediction of who Chelsea will get sent off this week, let's go. Moises Caicedo. Let's go with that. Aston Villa 2, Bournemouth 3. I'm calling a 5-goal thriller. Like a 5-goal thriller night. But yeah, Aston Villa will go 2-0 at Villa Park. It will be Ollie Watkins who gets a goal, and then it will be Tielemans who gets who will get make it 2-0. And it will be Semenyo who gets a brace to make it 2-2, and then it will be Kluivert who makes it 3-2 in the final minutes of the game in stoppage time in second half. And Iriola will pick up a win after he had an amazing run, but he got defeated at Anfield, and then about 9 weeks later he got defeated. He got defeated at the Etihad. So it's not something to be upset about. It's an amazing start for Bournemouth. They are currently in fifth, and I really, really hope that they do manage to beat Aston Villa because Aston Villa will hopefully have a confidence downgrade from losing 2-0 to Liverpool last week. And this is no attack on Villa fans. I just really want Bournemouth to do well this season. So, up the cherries. Crystal Palace 2, Brighton 0. Okay, this is the rivalry match of the weekend. Obviously, it's nothing like a Liverpool-Manchester United one or a Manchester City-Manchester United one. But I think that it will be Crystal Palace who have the edge at Selhurst Park. Yes, Selhurst. I did steal that from much of the day. It will be Jean-Philippe Mateta who makes the 1-0 before half-time, and then it will be Marc Guéhi who makes it 2-0 in the second half. Brighton will not be able to score. And if they do score, which I don't think they will, it will be Danny Welbeck. And he might get his England call up for the November international break. Brentford 0, Newcastle 1. Okay, so Newcastle, they have to pick up steam after being dismantled by West Ham last week. I believe the 1-0 the goal will be from Nick Voldemada. It will be another spectacular goal, like his back heel Alessia Russo style goal against Brighton last month, which got second in the goal of the month. It will be 1-0 to Newcastle. Brentford, Keith Andrews, he will have to regroup for after the international break. But so far, Brentford, they're doing alright because I thought they would be relegated at the start of the season. Nottingham Forest 2, Leeds 1. Okay, I'm sure Leeds will be able to score at the City ground. Sean Dyche obviously managed to hold a 2-2 draw with Manchester United last week. It was very controversial. It should have been 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. That ball did not go out of play, but that's a story for another time. I think it will be Morgan Gibbs-White who makes it 1-0, and then it will be... Actually, let's go with Gibbs-White for a brace. Gibbs-White will get 2 to make it 2-0 to Nottingham Forest, and then it will be Rodon, yes, the left back or right back, whichever side he's on, to make it 2-1, pull one back. Just consolation though, because it will be full time at the City Ground, and they will get their first league win at the City Ground since have they even won? Yeah, they did. Since the opening day of the season, I think. I don't think they actually won a single game at the City Ground since the opening game against Brentford. And to top it all off, the match of the weekend, Manchester City versus Liverpool. Manchester City 0, Liverpool 1. Hear me out. I know Haaland is like a robot at the moment. He's scoring goals left, right. So that was my left, that was my right. Okay, I do know my left and rights. But I think Liverpool have had terrible run in October. They did not win a single league match in thing. Like they dropped points in every single league match in that month. The only match that they picked points upon was the 5-1 dismantling over Frankfurt. Liverpool will end up 1-0 ahead. It will probably be off a set piece. And it will probably be Ugo Ekitike who makes it 1-0. I was considering it to be Florian Wirtz. However, I think it will be Ekitike. Donnarumma will try his best to keep it out, however it will go in. And City will try to reply. They will try and try and try. However, Mamardashvili will be able to keep his clean sheet for the third match running, which will give him some confidence into the international break because obviously Alisson will be back from injury very, very soon. And I'm not saying drop Mamardashvili or drop Alisson, however, it's going to be a tough selection for Arne Slot. I think overall, though, Alisson will still be the number one, and I want him to be the number one.
until he leaves or retires. Anyway, those are your Premier League predictions for week 11 of the Premier League. Don't forget to leave a comment down below what you think. Oh gosh, these are going to be awful, aren't they? But anyway, I'll see you on Monday. No, I won't. I'll see you on Tuesday at same time, 7 p.m. Greenwich Standard Time for my reactions to these predictions. And oh my god, I'm going to be so wrong!